Good evening and welcome to the Bank of Colorado Events Center for match number 3 of the 2023 Region 9 and Northwest Plains District Volleyball Tournament. This match pits the Casper College Thunderbirds against the Trinidad State Trojans. Let's meet the starting lineups for this contest. First, for Trinidad State, a freshman wearing number 6, Ellie Ames. A freshman wearing number 7, Denise Uleary. A sophomore wearing number 8, Amaya Medina. A sophomore wearing number 12, Natalie Leon. A freshman wearing number 13, Claire Johnson. A freshman wearing number 15, Amaya Speller. And the libero, a freshman wearing number 1, Jordan Garcia. Trinidad State is coached by Carly Bustos. Starting for Casper College, a freshman wearing number 1, Jocelyn Rajvong. A sophomore wearing number 6, Mia Hutchinson. A sophomore wearing number 7, Amelia Piakut. A freshman wearing number 8, Emily Ware. A sophomore wearing number 10, Katarina Vulich. A sophomore wearing number 13, Paulina Jigitz. And the libero, a freshman wearing number 11, Nia Sermon. Casper College is coached by Angel Sharman.
And we welcome you into the third match of the day. You know, a measly hour and a half behind schedule here at the 2023 Region 9 Volleyball Tournament. I'm Ben Blecker, the voice of NJC, and excited to bring you this one starting at 6:30, originally scheduled for the 5 o'clock match, because we have had two matches that have gone 5 sets so far today. Two really hotly contested matchups. Shows you how tight this region is. A lot of freshmen in this region, but man, some high-end teams. Casper College, it took them until the last week of the regular season to ascend into the North number 1 spot. They were able to get there with a 24-11 record thanks to a win in their final match of the regular season against Laramie County Community College. Trinidad State, meanwhile, had already locked in their spot in the tournament, could have slid as high as number 3, but finished 16-17, pushing both Western Nebraska Community College and Northeastern Junior College to 5 sets last weekend. Trinidad State's in the Navy uniforms, gold letters and numbers. They'll have the serve going left to right. Casper College in the whites with the red letters and numbers, and going right to left. Southpaw serve for the Trinidad State Trojans. Near side swing for one of the best hitters in the entire nation in Mia Hutchinson. It'll be put down for a kill, so the first point of the match. 691 career kills for Mia Hutchinson. Numbers-wise, 14th best in kills per set in the nation this season. And Katarina Vulich, the sophomore setter, has the serve. She's too long and out. Vulich is one of 6 setters in the nation's top 25. 8th best in assists per set this season is the sophomore from Serbia. Claire Johnson, the freshman from Fowler, with the serve for Trinidad State. Too long and out. Both of these teams have spent a lot of time in this gym sitting around and watching others play. As we noted, 90 minutes behind schedule because of 2 5-setters, and you're definitely going to expect a little bit of a rusty start for both clubs. Nice swing off the block at the net. Leon for the Trinidad State Trojans gets their first kill of the match to square us at 2 in this opening set. Amaya Medina, the sophomore from New Mexico, on the setting piece, will now have the serve. Medina wipes it down the middle, too big and out. Oh, pardon me, that was not Medina. That was Ames, the freshman from Delta, with the serve. Medina is still on the front row. 3-2 Casper. Libero Nia Sermon with the serve. She'll knock it down the middle. Big run off the block at the net. Goes the swing of Speller. Free ball back. Caught block at the net. And finds the kill. Rajvong, the Hawaiian freshman, will get credit for that one. And Casper up 4-2 in the opening set. Sermon, the New Zealand freshman, will whip it down the middle. Big swing through the block, and down for the kill goes Amaya Speller from Monument High School. I'd have to check. I don't know where I put my roster there. I'd venture to say she was probably a Lewis Palmer product. 4-3 lead. Leon with the serve for the Trinidad State Trojans. Far side swing into the block at the net. Nice touch on the swing of Piakut. Freed back over by Trinidad State. Front row 6-foot setter turns and dumps and drops. And Maya Medina with the kill. And squares us at 4, keeping the serve in Leon's hands. Leon knocks it down the middle, receive up into the rafters. Vulic backs that far side and the bump free over. Medina slide to the pin, into the block of the net. Nice wing to keep it alive for Garcia and free it back over onto the Casper side. Near side knock for Rajbong, dug up back row. Far side run down the line. From Yaliri, near side swing from Rajbong, and it finds the floor. Rajbong with her second of the match. She has really had a big step up since we saw her play here in Sterling back in the middle of September. Finished the regular season at 2.35 kills a set. She was kind of a roller coaster at that point in the season and has done a fine job of becoming a regular contributor to this offense. Piakut with the serve, far side swing, knocked and dropped by Yaliri, the Turkish freshman for Trinidad State. Trojans have the one high-end hitter in Claire Johnson. Everybody else has been kind of trying to find their own. Yaliri's been the second most consistent weapon offensively this season. And she'll have the serve. She is an all-6. Averaging more than 3 digs a set. Slide to the far pin, cross, and the kill for Jagets, the Polish sophomore. Jagets with her first of the match. Casper has a 6-5 lead in set number 1. Rajbing spins it down the near side. Back set into the block at the net goes Speller. Kept him playing a bump free back over by the Trojans. Run up high. Near pin, bump set, push short. In the net went the block of Trinidad State on what ultimately ended up being a free ball from Mia Hutchinson. Trojans got a little too aggressive on their block and bailed out the T-Birds. 7-5 with the lead. Line serve too big and out. Of course, you get that miscue and then follow it immediately up with a service error. That's part of the frustration that several of these young teams have had inside Region 9 this year. Just when the door opens, you don't take that step through it. Casper's lead 7-6 off the receive. Bump set to the near pin into the block of the net. Nice cover up. Vulic will come back to the near side, and the wipe will come down the near line for the Trojans. Turn, dump, down and in. Medina with the kill. 2 exceptional swings by Hutchinson, one of the best hitters in the nation this season. Both dug out by Trinidad, and that's the thing that can make this South number 4 and ostensibly the lowest seed in this tournament the most dangerous team, is they're one of the better rallying teams in this tournament. Casper has to terminate quickly and do off the receive as Jagets gets her second kill of the match. 8-7 advantage for Casper. Jagets rips the serve down the middle. Back set and a push down the line comes from Ames. Quick up. 0 tempo, and the kill goes to Emily Ware, the freshman from Utah. You get a multitude of hitters involved for Casper, and that's really one way to combat the exceptional back line of Trinidad, is to be able to make them guess as to where the offense is going to be coming from. Far side. Doesn't matter if it got touched or not. The ball went to the floor in bounds for Ames. Already the 5th T-Bird with a kill in the match, or the 5th Trojan. 4 T-Birds have kills. 9-8 Casper in this opening set. Medina, the distributive setter, will serve cross to the near side. Nice through the block at the net for Hutchinson, and Hutchinson gets her second kill. You know that she's going to get her fair share of swings, and she and Vulic have been exceptional combination of setter-hitter this year. 10-8 Casper lead, Vulic with the serve. Miss on the receive, scramble to keep it free, and the bump goes over. Chased up high, big set, and there was a wide open avenue on the back line for Hutchinson to swing at after the scramble to keep the ball alive. Quickly scrambling on will come Rian Savage, the freshman from Pueblo West, who averages better than 2 kills a set. Casper up 11-8. Vulic's serve popped up high. Set to the far line, tipped down from Johnson. Free ball back over by Casper. They'll back to the near side to the just entered in Savage. Kept in play out of the net. And it will be 4 hits, as it was 2 different players touching the ball when it bounded out of the net. And ultimately the 4th swing was 1 too many. Casper up 11-9. Trinidad State ripping the serve down the middle. Sermon will pop it up. Cross to the far side, dig into the rafters. Karam's off the metal, kept alive. Nice read off the rafters by Yaliri. Short set tip to the far line. Yaliri will cover it up. Back set quick down the middle. Sermon with the field. Far side swing blocked there. Yaliri keeping it in play out of the net. Back row swing for Trinidad from Johnson. Near side swing from Hutchinson. Diving up back row once again by Trinidad, and the free over short. Slide to the far side. Too big and out. Goes Piakut on the swing. We're 21 points in. That was the first hitting error of the match. The 2 sides had put together 15 kills between them without coming up with a hitting error. Exceptional start to this one. After we talked about the potential of a rusty start because they'd been sitting around. Another good swing through the block and down. Rian Savage with the kill. Already the 6th Trojan with a kill in the first 22 points of this match. Keeping that back line of Casper guessing. Serve deep, nice receive by Sermon. Vulic, a quick throw to the far pin, and Hutchinson right there to rip it down. Already 4 kills for the sophomore. She'll take the serve, leading 12-11. Serve will power far side. Quick receive, back set, turn back at the net. Nice block by Rajbong. Someone was in the net. It was on the swing of Yaliri. Yaliri tried to power it through the double that included Emily Ware, who was also in the net. But they determined Rajbong was in first and forced the net into Ware. 13-11 Casper. Far side set, short tip over by Yaliri. Free ball returned back by Casper off the scramble. Quick set, far side, 2 wide and out goes Ames. So what's ultimately scored as back-to-back hitting errors for Trinidad has Casper up 14-11 in the first set. Serve fluttered far side, far pin, little push by Yaliri short. Scramble. Nice swing down the middle. Piakut ultimately got the touch on the second ball, and Emily Ware put it down after ostensibly Vulic had to play that initial ball in a timeout by Trinidad, as the lead for Casper is 15-11 in this first set. Casper has a 15-11 lead on Trinidad State in set number 1. T-Birds continue with the serve out of the timeout of Trinidad. Into the net, not the block, goes the swing of Rand Savage. So 3 of the last points scored to Casper have come on Trinidad State hitting errors after neither side committed a hitting error through the first 21 points of the match. Service error is too long and out, ending the run for the T-Birds. 3rd service error already for Casper, and it's somewhat surprising. I talked about it in an earlier match. The service is not particularly great in this region this year. Casper is the 12th best serving team in the nation, so to see 3 service errors already is somewhat perplexing. Tip off the block at the net. Piakut with her first kill of the match. And Sermon will have the serve. As Jordan Garcia is back in on the back line for Trinidad, and she quarterbacks watching that serve long and out. Already the 4th service error of the first set for Casper. Lead is 4. Trojans will hand the serve to Mara Abdullah-Bam, freshman from Bayfield. She'll knock it down the near side, fielded by Rajbong. Back set, block turning back, the Piakut swing. Quick return to the near pin, and Rajbong knocks it through. So Rajbong, 3 kills. Second on the Casper side, 18-13 lead for the T-Birds. Mistimed jump, Speller able to muscle it over for Trinidad. Far side, Rajbong caught tape at the net. Ball kept in play out of the net. Second touch swing back by Yaliri, and an excellent scramble by Trinidad multiple times in the midst of that run. Casillas, who'd come on earlier, exits on the Trinidad side as her spot's back to the front row. 18-14 Casper. Yaliri firing it down the far side. Quick set to the near pin, and the block in the net again for Trinidad. They're desperately trying to get points terminated on blocks. They're doing a fine job of touching the swings and misdirecting things, but haven't been able to turn one back down. 19-14 Casper. Make it 20-14 and an ace from Rajbong. Can adjust that back line on receive is Coach Bustos. Receive quick, close to the net. Nice reactionary tip over by Medina. Near side swing, crushed down the line by Hutchinson. Already 5 kills in the opening set, and a timeout by Trinidad State as Casper, the number 1 team out of the north, is 4 away from a 1-0 advantage. Not that that's been the be-all, end-all. Western Wyoming won the first set, but had to survive to 5 after getting down 2-1 to McCook into the semifinals. And Laramie County Community College was down 2-0 to Western Nebraska before coming back on the reverse sweep and winning in 5 to get to the semifinals. We have seen, as anticipated, some nutty action today at this Region 9 and Northwest Plains District Tournament. You win today, you're still alive for the Region 9 title. You lose today, you enter the Northwest Plains District B bracket that will begin play tomorrow at noon. Loser of this match will take on McCook at noon. Western Nebraska Community College awaits the loser of our next match at 2 p.m. Then it's back to the Region 9 and District A side of the bracket tomorrow night at 4 and 6. I really have trouble giving start times to these matches because we know darn good and well it's not going to be 2 hours between matches. As if you're tuning in anticipating Northeastern Junior College volleyball on the NJC Athletics YouTube page, come back in an hour. We might be closer. Could be close to 9 depending on the length of this match. Nice swing off the far pin from Maya Speller. Her second kill. Her spot is served for by the libero, Jordan Garcia, 21-15 Casper. Garcia rips it down the middle, popped up backside, set to the far pin, off the block at the net goes the swing of Jagets. And through the block of Jagets goes Johnson, second touch free over. Johnson will go over the block this time and flutter it to the floor. The 7th Trojan with a kill in the opening set. You can't key on one player. That's this dangerousness of this Trinidad team. They're down 21-16, but you just never know where that set's going to go. So fielded back row, bump set to the near pin, into the block at the net. Was the first swing, second swing of Hutchinson, hops the net cord, dump over by Medina on the front row. Back throw to the far side, and Jagets will push it short. Down the middle, turn back on the swing of Ames. Now far side, Johnson turned back. And it's the setter that will get the block. Vulic closed the pin, turned it back. 22-16, Casper. Jagets. Fielded back row, set to the far side. Down the line goes Johnson, dig toward the rafters. Nicely played by Vulic. And a perfect set to the pin for Mia Hutchinson, who has 6 kills in the opening set. Casper's lead has grown back to 7. Trinidad out of timeouts, 23-16. Jagets. Fielded far side, back up, off the block at the net goes Ames. Near side throw, Hutchinson pushed down the line. Far pin into the block at the net goes Johnson. Vulic will set, Hutchinson will swing, kill again. That's 7 in the opening set without a hitting error for Mia Hutchinson. She is absolutely locked in on this Wednesday evening. 24-16, 8 set points for Casper to take the opening set. Garcia fields the serve for Trinidad. Far side swing, one staved off as Claire Johnson picks up her second. 24-17. The setter Medina with the serve. Medina knifes it down the middle. Near side swing, Hutchinson pushed it into the block. It was turned back. It's Rian Savage that got the turn back. So Hutchinson finally forced into her first hitting error of the match. 24-18, Casper's lead cut to 6. Ripped the serve near side, fielded by Piakut, sat quick, tip off the block at the net and down for the kill. Go the Trinidad State Trojans. Emily Ware with her third, and the first set goes to the Casper College Thunderbirds. 25-18, set 2 next at the Region 9 volleyball tournament in Sterling, Colorado. head to set number 2 after Casper took the first off Trinidad State, 25-18. Western Wyoming awaits the winner tomorrow in the semifinals of the Region 9 tournament. Casper College, exceptional opening set. 7 kills for Mia Hutchinson. 16 total kills to 2 hitting errors. Had to hit close to 300. I don't know that they were over 300. Trinidad, great distribution. They didn't have a lot of hitting errors either. They only had 3 hitting errors in the opening set. And the block in the net for Casper. Neither side's been able to get their block going this evening. Rajvang whistled in the net, so Trinidad takes the first point of the set. 11 kills, 3 hitting errors. Trinidad hit over 200 in that first set, too. Serve will be whipped down the middle by the Trojan setter in Amaya Medina. And Medina will pick up the ace and a 2-0 lead for Trinidad to start things off in this second set. Medina, I think, pretty underappreciated for what she's done the last 2 years inside this region. Block back at the net on the swing. Nice denial by Ames on the attempt from Ware. Medina, 1,431 assists coming into this match. Really like her as she picks up a second assist because she's 6 foot. She's going to make some school happy next year because a 6 foot setter is hard to come by, especially somebody that sets the ball as well as she does. And the great distribution that we've already documented, 7 different Trojans have kills this evening. Medina up 4-0 for Trinidad State. Hutchinson far side, nice off-speed push through. Set for a back row swing from Yaliri. Far pin, Hutchinson, big rip. Yaliri can't dig it cleanly. 8 kills for Mia Hutchinson in the match. Vulic, the Serbian setter, is now over 1,700 career assists. She eclipsed that late last set. 4-1 Trinidad State lead. Vulic with the serve. Fielded by Yaliri, back row, near pin swing, down the line and in for a kill goes Claire Johnson. She's been the leader of the team this year. A freshman from Fowler has 3 kills, only 2 in that first set, and didn't get a lot of swings because of the even distribution, but she makes the most of her opportunities and serves it into the net. 5-2 Trinidad State lead in the second set. Johnson will exit for Genesis Casillas, the freshman from San Antonio. Serve will be fielded by the just entered in Casillas. Quick 0 down the middle. Ping pong around on the floor and a scramble bump free over and out. Nice initial swing by Ames. Hutchinson got the dig up and ultimately the third touch over, but couldn't keep it between the white lines. Trinidad State with a 6-2 lead. Ames the middle serving for herself. Back set to the near side. Huge swing down the line from Piakut, but she is too wide and out. Aggressive play by the Polish sophomore. Timeout by Coach Sharman as Trinidad State's out to a 7-2 lead. That was not a Trinidad State swing, or a Casper swing. Trinidad had influence because of the early lead and forced that aggressive swing. Casper's a team that is willing at times, if need be, to get into rally. They're a decent team on that back line. The hard part of looking at these numbers is that this region is so incredible at blocking. I talked about it in a match earlier today, but you have inside Region 9, just the teams that are here in this tournament, 5 teams in the top 25. I believe it was 6 total. I think Otero was up there as well. Could have even had 7 in the top 25 in blocks per set. And you do have 7 individuals in the top 25 in individual blocks per set. But that's going to influence those digs. So when you look at Casper and see 14 digs a set, that's not great. You know, you look at Trinidad and see 16. Okay, that's more in line with what you anticipate. But because that block has been so influential this year in this region, those backline numbers are not those high numbers that we become accustomed to seeing. The back line has been something Region 9 has been so savvy at for nearly the last decade. Far pin swing for Casper out of the timeout from Rajvang, who had a nice opening set. That's her first swing of this set. It's fielded, and Yeleri gets the swing off the pin and puts it down for the kill. 8-2 Trinidad State lead. Serve knuckled down the middle, fielded by Sermon. Tip near side. Piakut will find the floor for the kill. Her second of the match. That was that safer play. I mean, it was a pretty good set, and you could have seen her swing away with it, but knowing that the way she approached had to be line, she went off speed, and the back line didn't adjust. Casper will try and get into a run, but that'll be quickly thwarted by Amaya Speller's third kill of the match. First of this second set. Block didn't close that far a line. She swung around it. Galabain on to serve for Trinidad State. Mishandled back row by Casper. And then miscommunication as the third touch. Both Sermon and Hutchinson thought the other had it. And had to scramble quick drop between them. Trinidad State with the 10-3 lead. Sail serve far side, fielded by Rajvang. Backs at Piakut, tools the block at the net for her third kill of the match. Give herself the serve. This is where the problem arose last set for Casper. Both Hutchinson and Piakut on the back row. Can Rajvang step up as a hitter like she did last set? Nice backside swing. That'll be a Casillas kill. The freshman from San Antonio got a back row swing. The 8th different Trojan with a kill in the match. Serve sailed too wide and out from Yeleri. Four kills for Claire Johnson lead the Trinidad State Trojans. Couple with 3, but just exceptional balance that has kept Casper guessing. Off the block of the net, ball popped up, far side swing, down the line, dig, caroms off the rafter and rockets toward the net. The point goes to Casper College. It's now 9 kills in the match for Mia Hutchinson. 11-6, served near side, fielded by Garcia. Good whip down the line for the Trojans. Backside swing for Rajvang. Off the block at the net goes the touch of Johnson. Far side into the block and the kill. It's 10 kills in the match for Mia Hutchinson. Said it in an earlier match, and as choice, they voted already at the coaches' meeting for the all-region players and stuff like that. I elect not to know any of that information prior to when we'll make that announcement after Saturday's final match of this tournament. But I would imagine Hutchinson will be part of the all-region team and could very well be nominee as an All-American out of this region. She's that good. 12-7, a kill for Claire Johnson on the Trinidad side. That now gets her to 4, so I had that miscounted. 12-7, Trojan lead in the second set. Hutchinson pushes it backside. Near side swing into the block of the net goes Johnson. Touch far line, Hutchinson covers it up. Back wrap to the near pin, off the block goes Jagets. Dump set to the far side. Savvy little play there by Medina. Scramble kept alive, and the free over, and then the overpass off the free ball from Casper goes right into the radar zone of Hutchinson. You get a free ball and you misdig it for an overpass into the radar zone of the best hitter in this match. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. Trinidad's lead down to 4, 12-8. Casper with the serve. Quick set, Toole the block at the net. Ames gets her second of the match. Bail out your teammate. That's one of the biggest things in volleyball. You're not going to be able to play every ball perfectly. This is not a sport that you do that. And so when something happens like that overpass for an easy kill, whoever has that next touch, find a way to get it back, and Trinidad did that. Far side, Hutchinson turned back at the net. Scramble free ball over by Sermon. To the near pin, into the block at the net, and a kill for Claire Johnson. That gives her 5. First Trojan to that threshold this evening. Lead is 6 at 14-8. Casper's already utilized a timeout in this second set. They won the first set 25-18. Overpass on the receive for Casper. Volleyballed back and forth. Second touch back from Trinidad with Johnson. Turn, dump set over, and finding the floor is Vulic. First time the Serbian setter's done that. She becomes the 6th different Casper player with a kill. So 14 players have kills in this match. 66 points have been played. 14 different players have put one down for a kill. 14-9 Trinidad State. 10-foot line receive. Nice rip. Just too wide and out goes Ryan Savage. Savage a little aggressive to the line and shakes her head as the bench said something to her. She knew that maybe she was too aggressive on that play. Lead back to 4 again. 14-10 Trinidad. Vulic serve sailed too long and out. First service error of the set after committing 4 in the first set for Casper. Trinidad State with the 15-10 lead, and the serve from Claire Johnson. Quick zero down the middle and muscled to the floor by Hutchinson. She has a dozen in the match. Side out gives her the serve. 7 in the first set, 5 kills in the second, 15-11. Trinidad State. Overpass on the receive onto the front row. She'll get a back row swing that is turned back. Jagus tries to cover it up, and that block will be credited to Ames. I mean, as hot as Hutchinson is, you cannot fault Vulic for setting her out of the back row. Back row hitters are oftentimes much easier to block, though, and Trinidad proved that, 16-11. Ames with the block, got the serve. Big swing off the near side for Piakut. Third kill of the set, 4th of the match. Stays a 4-point match, but Casper needs a run if they're going to go up 2-0, and now's the time to do it with ostensibly your best server back there. Libero usually is. Sermon fires the serve down the near side. Quick push to the far line from Speller. Far side swing, Rajbong into the block, chicken wing keep alive, scramble out of play, back row swing from Casillas. Near pin, Jagets scrambled up by Savage, back set, crawling the net cord is Speller. Far pin, Rajbong. Whip down the line. Set to the far side, off the block of the net, overpass, popped back down for Speller. First swing dug right back into the radar zone. Whipped back to the floor. Lead back to 5. If you're Trinidad, You know that this Casper team, who still has a timeout left in the hip pocket, with the most experienced coach in this tournament, has the offensive weaponry to overcome a deficit like this. Case point kill. Jagets with her third of the match. Nice receive down the far side. You just need another little like 2-0-3-0 run to feel comfortable if you're Trinidad and taking a set, evening this at a set apiece. Piakut serve, fielded backside by Garcia. Big mesh near the block of the net. Speller avoided the touch on the block, picks up her 5th kill. Lead is 5. Hands the serve to Denise O'Leary and a timeout by the Casper T-Birds. Coach Angel Sharman using her second timeout, down 18-13 for Casper in this second set. You have a head coach that's coached nearly 1,000 games at the collegiate level. Won more than 500 of them. She knows when those timeouts are. Interesting between these two teams. There's 2 teams in this tournament that have never won the Region 9 title, Central Wyoming and Trinidad State. Trinidad's never even been runner-up. Casper, I believe, is the second longest drought for a team that is widely respected as one of the standard bearers inside this region. They haven't won a title since 2012. Failed to make the tournament last year. 18-14 after a kill from Rajbung, who has the serve. Nice receive back row, back set, big swing, kill for Speller. She has 6, tied for the team lead in kills this evening. Trinidad's lead 19-14, looking to even us at a set apiece. Jordan Garcia, the freshman libero. Flies it down the middle. Set to the far pin, into the block at the net goes Mia Hutchinson. 13 kills in the match for Mia Hutchinson. 2 hitting errors. And look at all the stats you want for her. She's over 700 for her career, and I don't think you can appreciate that without having seen her actually play. She'll get a swing far side, comes up short on the set to the far arm, and will commit the hitting error. Trinidad's lead at 20-15. They're okay with side-out volleyball right now. Medina takes the serve for the Trojans. The southpaw, knuckler down the middle, fielded by Rajvong. Nice push by Ware through the block of the net. Back row swing for O'Leary. Rajvong controls it up. Quick far side set for Hutchinson. Diving up by Garcia. Backside swing for Savage. Kept in play by O'Leary. Bump free back over on the far side. Handed up by Garcia. Not very cleanly. Only play is a 2-hand touch by Savage. Back over. Far side Hutchinson covered on the sliding dig off the block. Back row swing for O'Leary. Turn and quick swipe down the middle. from Ames, but she is tagged with the carry, caught the ball behind the head, and palmed it over down. Official initially signaled that, the up official. Trinidad celebrated, Casper consoling one another. And then both players on the floor realized what the signal was, much to the dismayment of the Trinidad bench, and Casper now down 4 with the serve down the middle from Vulic. Quick touch off the block at the net. Vulic bumps that far side. Hutchinson, no, it got through to the block. Backside swing, Savage too wide and out. Now the initial signal by the down official was 4. From our vantage point, you can see R2. He puts 4 against his chest when he believes that the ball didn't get through to the net on the swing. Trinidad's bench reacted, and then the play kept going. Casper ultimately was able to take advantage of the hitting error. Could that be a turning point in this set? Misplay on the serve received by Yaliri. And Trinidad will make a sub. Sophia Kazan will come on for Yaliri on the back row. The freshman from Littleton, and it's 20-18, and now Trinidad will take the timeout. I don't know in that previous situation because we're not on the floor. I don't know. I don't see the microphones on these officials. Some of these officials will wear a mic so that R1 and R2 can talk. And they don't appear to have that. I believe the up official would have had to have shaken R2 down. R1 would have had to have shaken off R2 on that 4, saying it got through the block. I tend to believe it did get through the block, or to the block. But that's a huge momentum shift that now has Casper within 2 after Trinidad has led by 5 for much of this second set in an attempt to even this at a set apiece. (2018) Trinidad State. That's the Trojans' first time out. So they still have one to try and stem the tide, if you will. And Vulic continues with the serve for the Trojans. Vulic down the near side, quick hand up, near pin swing, through the block at the net goes Johnson. Far side Hutchinson wiped down the line. Jump dig up and a scramble, and a free ball down the line by Johnson. Played on the setter, so scramble again, and out of system. Piakut gets the kill. That's 5 in the match for her, 4 in this set. And within 1 are the Trinidad State Trojans, or are the Casper T-Birds of the Trinidad State Trojans, at 20-19. Rand Savage will exit back in. Comes Natalie Leon, who started the match in that position. Both have a kill. Vulic serving for the tie. Fielded by Garcia, back row. Set back to the far side, down the line, and it hopped off the official's foot on the backside swing of Claire Johnson, and the tie has been achieved. 20 all. Serve whipped down the near side, near pin set, down and in for the kill goes Claire Johnson. Wasn't going to miss 2 swings in a row. She'll give herself the serve. Back into the front row comes Denise Yaliri. Serve power down the middle, not fielded cleanly by Sermon. Forced a scramble, arc deep from Piakut into the block at the net. Scramble free over inadvertently, I believe, on the second touch. Back set, block not there. Too big and out goes the swing of Piakut. Trinidad's block has been there, even though they've only put down 2 points in this set. They've been there, they've touched everything that Casper has. Weren't there that time and forced a hitting error. 22-20 Trinidad State. Swinging it off the block at the net for the kill is Emily Ware. Ware with her fourth. The serve goes to Mia Hutchinson. Down 22-21 for Casper. Serve whipped far side, popped up back row. Throw set to the near pin. Nice cross by Yaliri. Far side set, Rajbong hops hands at the net. Yaliri covers it up. Medina will set to the far side. Flying it down the line is Leon. Far pin off the block of Leon goes Rajbong. Quick zero down the middle. Ball ripped to the floor by Ames. Her third kill of the match. Trinidad State 2 away from evening this at a set apiece. 23-21, and Ames, who just got the kill, has the serve. That's second time in this set she's picked up a kill in that front right rotation to give herself the serve, and she won a point on her serve last time. Back set near side, nice swing down the line by Yaliri, dug up high, return back on the cross. Far side, Rajbong hops hands at the net, block in the net for Trinidad State. Third blocking error of the match for the Trojans. 23-22, they just need a side out to get to set point. Nia Sermon. Libero with the serve for Casper. Sermon. Too big and out will give Trinidad 2 set points off the second service error of the set. Abdelabam will have the serve, the freshman from Bayfield. She'll whip it far side and will nearly pick up an ace. Player goes sliding into press row on a free ball back over. Set to the near side, miscommunication, and the libero, Jordan Garcia, bump freed it over to an open spot on the floor and gets the kill. Trinidad takes the second set 25-22. This one's not being done in a sweep either. It's the Region 9 and Northwest Plains District Volleyball Tournament in Sterling, Colorado. Well, in what's not surprised anyone, given the way you've watched Region 9 volleyball this year, this one isn't going to be done in a sweep either. Such a deep region this season. The Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen and Central Wyoming Rustlers await the conclusion of this Casper and Trinidad State match as we begin the third, tied at a set apiece. And Casper will get the point off a kill from Mia Hutchinson, who has 14 kills in the match. In the first point of set number 3. Vulic sails a serve far side. Rand Savage is back on to begin the third set, and she gets her first kill since the first set. She replaced Natalie Leon in the first set, then was replaced by Leon late in set 3, or set 2. One apiece. Yaliri takes the serve for the Trojans. She'll rip it down the middle, fielded by Sermon. Will tip over and short, covered up on the front line, set to the near pin. Savage tipped down, nice recovery by Sermon. Near side swing, Hutchinson into the block of the net. Vulic will quick return to the far pin on a cross from Piakut. Swipe down the middle for the T-Birds, back near side. Ball poked short, overpass. Hammered, dug up by Yaliri. Backside bump free over by Garcia. Quick hand up, zero down the middle. Block turned back. Vulic, near side Hutchinson, solo. Hung Garcia out to dry. She dug it up nicely. Savage will swipe it down the line. Near side Hutchinson, diving up by Yaliri back row. Far pin swing into the block of the net goes Johnson. Back to Hutchinson, so she'll free it over on an exceptional rally between the two clubs. Down the line, a dig toward the net, kept in play. And it will be a lift on the second ball touch by Hutchinson to end that long rally. Both great digs on both sides of the net. As the scoring, it's 2-1 Trinidad State over Casper. Coach Sharman having a conversation with the down official. Not going to get overturned whatever she was protesting. Trinidad with the 2-1 lead. Serve mishandled, and an ace will go to Denise Yaliri. Trojans are barely inside the top 50 in serving in the nation. Still about middle of the pack inside the region. 3-1 advantage. Yaliri will line it into the net. So to be able to pick up an ace here and there has been monumental in giving this team a little bit of momentum. Serve toppled short. Fielded by Johnson, who's set on the far pin. She is turned back at the net. Emily Ware with just the second block of the match for Casper. Didn't anticipate either of these teams to be overly dominant on the block. Earlier today, we saw both McCook and Western Wyoming average better than 2 blocks a set for the match. Serve sails too long and out for Hutchinson, a rare misstep for the sophomore. Trojans up 4-3, scramble off the serve. Near side Rajvang turned back at the net by Johnson. Far side down the line goes the swing. Johnson will get the swing, hopping hands at the net. Sermon will cover it up. Quick down the middle, just too long and out. There's a great swing by Ware. Even better read on the back line. I don't know if it was intentional or if it was a swing and a miss. Whatever it was, Trinidad takes the 5-3 lead. Serve clipping the net cord from Ames. Near pin, Rajvong pushes it into the double, kept up and freed over on the second touch. Vulic, a beautiful bump set to the near side for Rajvong, considering how much consternation there was in the midst of that swing. Savage back through for Trinidad. Scramble, keep up, touch over by Piakut. Quick up, far pin, swing for Johnson. Swung for hands, weren't there. Hutchinson had to try and chase it down back right corner. And couldn't get there cleanly. 8th kill of the match for Claire Johnson. (6-3), now 7-3 Trinidad State off an ace from Ellie Ames. And Coach Sharman going to utilize a timeout as Trinidad's run out to a 7-3 advantage, tied at a set apiece in the third set. Winner of this match will play in the third match tomorrow here at the Region 9 Volleyball Tournament. They'll get Western Wyoming in the semifinals. Loser will face McCook with the season on the line to kick things off tomorrow at noon. Can guarantee that the loser will start at noon tomorrow. All other start times are subject and likely to change. Trinidad State up 7-3 out of Casper's first time out in the third set. Service too long and out for Ames. Nia Sermon. With the serve for Casper, and she's too long and out. Casper was able to win the first set in spite of their service woes. Lost the second with their service woes really not being much of an impact. They had 2 service errors, neither of which it came really integral opportunities. These early ones could be problematic. Serve will be whipped down the middle for the Trojans near side. Rajvong, and she'll hit the cross. She has 5 kills this evening. The Hawaiian freshman tied for second on the team. Everybody's chasing Mia Hutchinson. No surprise there, 14 kills, but 5 for Piakut, 5 for Rajvong, 4 for Ware, 3 for Jagets. Serve will be an ace for Piakut. That is the first ace since the first set for Casper. Now in the third, it gets him back within 8-6. Serve will be sailed down the middle. Quick up, dump set over the net by Medina. Slide to the far pin. Into the block goes Jagets. Far side, quickly returned back for Claire Johnson. 9 in the match for her. Hands herself the serve. All be whipped too big and out by Johnson. Casper looking for a run as Rajvong with the serve. Hutchinson back on the front row. Nice control on the receive for Trinidad. Quick touch to the near line for Speller. Two-hand touch. Back over by Piakut. Into the block at the net. Hutchinson will turn back the attempt from Medina. She'd not tried to play one over offensively since the first set, where she had 2 kills. Within 1 have come Casper because of that block. Far pin. Mistimed approach and sailing it long and wide is Denise O'Leary, and Casper has tied us at 9 apiece in this third set. Serve whipped down the middle, not a clean receive for Trinidad. Ultimately be a free ball over. Sermon, good control up, set down the middle. Jay gets off the block at the net. Quick tip, far side. Jay gets off that block and the recovery. Medina back set, swipe to the near side, kept in play out of the net by the T-Birds. Speller with a dump near side, kept up off the block, and a free ball punched over by Hutchinson. Scrambled down, far side roll, clips tape at the net from O'Leary. Back near side, Hutchinson with the swing and the kill. That's 15 kills in the match for Mia Hutchinson. 3 hitting errors. We've played 109 points. Absolutely astounding as the serve is too long and out for Rajvan. You just put the math together. When you add Hutchinson in with the block and the ace that she's collected as well, she's been responsible for putting down 17 of the 110 points we've played this evening. Hutchinson looking to add to that tally. Will push it down the line. O'Leary, nice cover up. Backside swing, too big and out for Casillas. So Casper's lead is 11-10 in this third set. Tied at a set apiece. Serve down the middle. Swiped back over and short. Off the Casper side. Backside swing. Casillas clips tape. Jay gets up. Near side Hutchinson. Big hammer into the block and the kill. 16 in the match for Mia Hutchinson. She's already eclipsed 700 for her career this evening. 12-10 Casper. Far side swing. O'Leary turned back at the net by Hutchinson on the block as well. Timeout by Trinidad. This is Mia Hutchinson's world. We're just spectators. Seven kills in the first set, 6 in the second, 3 here in the third, but a pair of huge blocks has spearheaded Casper out to a 13-10 advantage. Things went so well for Casper last weekend in propelling themselves to the North 1. Sometimes you worry, they're back in the nation's top 20, which is not somewhere they'd been for the better part of this season. You wonder, maybe it's, we're going to play Trinidad. That's the South 4. They don't have a 500 record. You worry maybe as a coach that your players don't come in that full mental focus. And I'm not saying that's what happened in that second set, because Trinidad outright earned that set. It was not, laziness on Casper's part or anything. Casper played well as well. But maybe losing a set there is something that you want, because a renewed focus on getting that blocking game involved, something that Casper's going to need not only in this match tonight, but the rest of this tournament. So huge. Casper up 13-10 out of the Trinidad timeout. Nice receive. Quick set push near line. Down and in for the kill for Ames. Ames with 4 in the match. Fran Savage comes back in on the front row as that right side hitter. Back to serve goes Medina. Medina Rips in near side. Beautiful receive, but the block was there to turn back Emily Ware. There was no fooling Yeleri there. She had marked Ware quickly, and she knew exactly where that ball was going. Trinidad back within one, 13-12. Serve too long and out for Medina, so can't get equal. That's already the fourth service error of the set for Trinidad. They committed 4 service errors through the first 2. And we're just more than halfway through the third set, and they've already equaled their first 2 set total. Not a stat you want to have that in. Serve not played cleanly, especially when you're handing the serve to Vulic. Setter, obviously better server. Those setters and liberos, that's their strong suit. Outside of the reason they're in the position they're in, they're traditionally your strongest servers. Vulic with the ace, her first in the match, makes it Casper 15, Trinidad State 12. Savage gets one back, 15-13. Quick tempo down the middle to negate that Casper block that has suddenly started to develop. Yeleri, the Turkish freshman, to serve. She'll wipe it down the near side. Quick touch. Hutchinson far side. Handed up by Garcia. Back down the middle goes Ames. Far pin over the top goes Piakut. Garcia with the back throw far side. The libero outright set. And Claire Johnson gets kill 10 off of a beautiful set from Jordan Garcia. Trinidad within one, 15-14. Both teams awaiting the next match have been suited and ready to go for the duration of this match, trying to stay loose with warm-up in the Aux gym. And now some of the NJC players are up here by me just trying to trot around in this workout area from which we broadcast. 16-14, short serve fielded by the 10-foot line for Trinidad. Savage set down the middle. She's rotating as a right but swinging as a middle in this third set. 3 kills in the set, 5 in the match. Casper 16, Trinidad State 15. Serve will be whipped onto the near side. Quick hand up, back set far side cross. Sailing just too wide and out is Piakut. That was a great thought. I don't mind that aggressiveness, and I don't think Coach Sharman does either. She missed by inches, but it does square it at 16 in this third. Knuckler near side, not received cleanly. Ultimately a bump free over after no real offensive options. Down the middle, Toole the block and the kill. Claire Johnson's 11th, 4th of the set, has given Trinidad the 17-16 lead, and Coach Sharman going to have to create pause. Coming in to serve for Trinidad is Nevaeh Martinez, the sophomore from Trinidad. She's not been in the match. Had to make sure everything was kosher on that sub, and then Coach Sharman is given the timeout. Well, someone's going to have a 2-1 lead in this third quarterfinal at the Region 9 volleyball tournament. Is it going to be the North 1 Casper or the South 4 Trinidad? Trinidad State with the 17-16 lead. That's the second timeout used by Casper in this third set. Sermon will field the serve at the 10-foot line, set it up for Rajbong. Dig free back onto the T-Bird side. Back throw to the far pin, down the line and in for the kill goes Piakut. First kill of the third set to square it at 17. Service specialist for Ellie Ames has now exited as Nevaeh Martinez had that, having come in prior to the timeout. Nia Sermon, the libero, will serve for Casper. Sermon. Quick fielded, down the middle, nice knock by Speller, received by Sermon, backside swing from Hutchinson, blocked back, kept up for Trinidad, and then ripped back off the block from Speller, and then the block turned back into the Trinidad back line, so give Jagetz credit for the block. Fourth block of the third set for Casper. They had one block through the first two. 18-17 T-Birds. Over the block this time goes Speller. Scramble to keep it alive and a two-hit violation as Hutchinson tried to outright set with the hands up instead of the bump on the second touch. 18-all. Quick down the middle and a hitting error off a awkward receive for Casper. Jagetz with the miscue. Trinidad State with the 19-18 lead. Trojan serve, fielded not cleanly again. Vulic with the bump set up, far side, down the line, and down and in for the kill goes Jagetz, or Piakut, pardon me. 19 all and gives herself the serve. Serve will knuckle near side. Garcia overpass onto the Casper side, so they get the first offensive swing near side from Rajbong. Diving up, out of bounds near side. Back far, too long and out. Did they get the touch? No, they didn't. Claire Johnson sailed it out, and Casper has the edge at 20-19. Piakut continues with the serve. Piakut into the net. Couldn't create the multi-point advantage that would be so crucial here at this portion in the set. Trinidad still has a timeout that likely would have been forced to be used right there. Serve will wipe to the far side. Near pin Rajbong. Up by Garcia on the Trinidad side. Back dump Medina near line. Far side, spin over and short. 10-foot line up. Set quickly. Whipped into the block at the net by Speller. Two-hand touch over and short. Forced out of system. Garcia will set to the far pin. Over short goes Yaliri. Back row swing. Hutchinson turned back. Hutchinson kept it in play. Joust at the net. Won by Casper. Kept up for Trinidad. Far side, Yaliri plays it deep. Near pin swing, Rajbong turned back at the net. Ball popped up, chicken wing on a dive after the swing down by Speller. Free ball over by Hutchinson. Far pin, Yaliri off the block at the net. Ball dug up high, back row. Quick touch back near side, Jagetz. Down the middle, Speller into the block. Karam's up and a free ball touched over by the T-Birds. Speller near line, dug up back row. Near pin, Rajbong with the swing and down for the kill. That's the fourth or fifth rally. Nothing that long, but massive rallies here. And Casper going to huddle up after the long point goes their way to a 21-20 advantage. Serve barely crawls the net cord, kept in play, but not very long. It will be an ace, and Trinidad has a timeout to use. They'll use it here as Rajvang has put Casper within 3 of a 2-1 advantage on Trinidad State. Casper leads Trinidad State 22-20 in the third set, looking to take a 2-1 lead. Out of the Trinidad State timeout, both sides will have to finish this one on the court with no timeouts remaining in this set. Casper going right to left will have the serve in the hands of Jocelyn Rajvang. She already has an ace in this third set. Serve will whip down the near line. Make it another. Mishandled on the receive. Rocketed to the net 23-20. Claire Johnson will exit for Genesis Casillas. They'll go right at the entered in Casillas, who lets it sail over her head and out of bounds. Libero takes the serve for Trinidad State and Jordan Garcia. Casper just needs a side out to a set point. Garcia fluttering it far side on Rajvang. Into the block at the net and down to the floor goes the knock. Jay gets with her 4th kill this evening and a trio of set points for Casper to take a 2-1 advantage. The Polish sophomore with the serve. Jagetz knocks it far side. Back throw, swing down the line, and in for a kill goes Ames. That gives her 5 this evening. 4th Trojan past the 5-kill threshold. 24-22 still set point. But the serve now in the hands of Amaya Medina, the sophomore setter for Trinidad State. She'll power it near side. Quick off the block at the net. Diving play up and a scramble. Reaction over near side. Hutchinson down the line. Sliding up. Medina sets far side. Tip line. Maya Leary scramble up near side. Hutchinson turned back at the net. That has been a rarity tonight, but Rianne Savage thwarted Hutchinson's attempt to end this set. Still one more set point now at 24-23. Medina fires the serve far side on Sermon. Near side Hutchinson turned back again. Sermon will keep it in play. Backside push into the block at the net. Goes Piakut. Near side Hutchinson. Far line dig up. Far pin set. Yaliri tools the block at the net, and all 3 set points staved off. We go extras in the third. Trinidad State 24, Casper 24. Exiting will be Rajvang. Echeverria, the sophomore from Utah, in as a DS to receive here. Medina. Fielded back row by Piakut. Near pin Hutchinson off the block of the net. Garcia chases it down. Far side swing. Yaliri, did she get the touch? None of the individuals wearing the blue shirts are going to oblige the touch on the swing. So Yaliri's hitting error gives Casper a fourth set point at 25-24. Vulic, short serve with the ace, and Casper takes the third 26-24, and they have a 2-1 lead. It's the Region 9 volleyball tournament in Sterling, Colorado. Casper has a 2-1 lead as we come back into the Bank of Colorado Events Center. Fourth set of the Region 9 quarterfinal matchup. If you're tuning in on NJC Athletics YouTube going, well, Ben, it's 8 o'clock. Where's NJC? They're still sitting in the stands, standing in the locker room. CWC doing the same. We're running it'll be darn near 2 hours behind schedule by the time all is said and done. Casper going left to right will have the serve to begin the fourth, trying to finish this in 4. Our first 2 matches of the day went 5. Back set to the near side, and down to the floor goes Piakut. Piakut with her 8th kill of the match. Vulic has had a nice one this evening as the setter. $35 assists with that one. Over 1,700 for the season. Far side swing, knocked deep on the Trinidad side. Hop and tape at the net. Ball be run up high. Far side push over by Hutchinson. Overpass on the receive, and Hutchinson down. And she has had an exceptional one this evening. 17 kills for Mia Hutchinson. Big number for Casper last set, though, was 4 blocks in the set after having won through the first 2. Big whip down the middle and down and in for the kill. For Trinidad goes Ames. Ames with 6 kills this evening. Trinidad overall have had 9 different players record kills tonight. Johnson's kind of taken over the offense, though, the last set plus. Piakut with a nice swing. She's to 9 kills this evening as she pushes it into the block at the net. Casper's lead is 3-1 in this fourth. Mia Hutchinson with the serve for Casper. Hutchinson down the middle, not a clean receive. Scramble and a free ball, spun back to the far line by Johnson. Quick push to the far corner. Uleary will chop it up. Savage off the block at the net. Kept in play, and a far side swing for Rajbong. Only angle was to play for hands that didn't ultimately go there. Good read by the block for Trinidad at the net, they've made their block felt tonight. 5 points put down by the block on a team that's not a overly dominant blocking team. They have touched a lot of balls that have not been scored as stuff blocks. Tip down the far side, and down to the floor goes Rajbong for the kill. So go right back to her. She gets it. And hands the serve to the libero in Nia Sermon. Sermon had a nice run on her serve that gave Casper the edge in the third set. But ultimately dwindled away late. Scramble, Hutchinson chased the ball down near the Casper bench. Freed back onto the Trinidad side, and Savage whips it 2 wide and out. Casper's lead is 5-2. Trying to finish this off in 4. Serve sailed far side. Near side swing down the line from Uleary. Far pin Rajbong crossing the kill. Rajbong was a huge piece for Casper in the first set. Really hadn't been very existent the rest of the way, and she's already come to fruition to make this 6-2 in set 4 and a timeout by Trinidad State. Casper with the 6-2 lead over Trinidad State in the fourth set, up 2-1. Trinidad proved they could battle and have the tools to potentially spring an upset in this tournament somewhere. They'd like it to be right here. Cross far side, Rajbong went outside the antenna. So going to the Hawaiian pretty heavily, with Hutchinson on the back row early in this fourth set, with a mixed bag of results. Misplay on the serve receive for Casper, kept in play out of the net. Jagets tried to pop it over, blocked back. Rajbong turned back at the net by Speller. Speller's first block, team sixth. Back down to just a 2-point lead at 6-4. Ames targeting Hutchinson on the back row. Hutchinson with the backside swing, powered toward the rafters, near the bench, and the ball is freed over. Scrambling to keep it up, little tip to the near line, and because of the scramble coverage, Jagets had all of the near side of the court to play a soft tip to, and in that run. And down official R2 is going to ask the setter and Maya Medina to come over and at least ensure she's okay. She went knee first into a chair on the Trinidad bench, and she goes over, but there's not much of a conversation. She's not exiting. 7-4 Casper with the lead in this fourth set. Bumps that to the near pin. Big whip down the line, and in for the kill goes Yaliri. She has 5 kills. 5 different players with 5 or more kills on the Trinidad side. 10 total with kills. 10 kills for Mia Hutchinson, 9 for Amelia Piakut. Rajbong with 8. Too big and out goes the service of Abdullah Bam for the Trojans. Even with Hutchinson's dominance, Casper's been able to create a multitude of players in successful spots. 8-5 lead, Rajbong serve. Far side fielded up high. Backside swing into the net. Goes Claire Johnson. So Casper starting to inch away like they did through the middle portion of set 3 that they ultimately won. Serve down the middle, mishandled back row, and an ace for Rajbong, her 4th of the match. (10-5). Serve popped up back row into the block at the net. Goes the swing of Speller back near side. Blocked this time is Yaliri. Back row swing for Johnson, angled to the near line. Popped up to the far side into the block at the net goes Hutchinson. Speller down the middle, tipped into the block, kept up on the Trinidad side. Flat roll will be played over by Yaliri. Slide to the near pin. Jagets down the line. Backside swing, spotted over by Johnson. Will turn back by Jagets. Chicken wing up on the front row. Backside set, just too long and out. Goes Claire Johnson. Long rally goes to an error and in favor of Casper. (11-5) T-Birds looking to finish this one off in 4 this evening. Serve down the middle, handed up, quick dump over on the front side. Far pin set, huge knock for Mia Hutchinson. Nice dig on the back row. Dump set over the net by Vulic. Overpass, tried to be stuffed back down by Jagets. Couldn't be. Returned back by Trinidad. Jagets swing deep. Johnson will pop it up. Near side Yaliri. Crossing the hand up by Hutchinson. Back row set. Just too long and out. Goes Piakut. That's the thing. The 2-5 setters and now this 4th setter. We've had a lot of multi-touch rallies. Rallies that have run 30-plus touches across the length of the match. That's why we're sitting, well, at this point, an hour 15 behind schedule, but with a half-hour warm-up, we're going to be near 2 hours behind by the time match 4 starts tonight. 2-hit violation off the block at the net. Jagets got the touch and must have been on the ball on the floor where the 2-hit was whistled. 12-6 Casper. Serve knocked down the middle, backs that far side, Speller into the block. Out of system, Hutchinson hops it at the net and drops it for the kill. 18 kills in the match for Mia Hutchinson. Timeout by Trinidad as they'll burn their second with Casper now leading 13-6. Just a dozen points away from advancing to the semifinals are the T-Birds. Casper starting to show why they won the Region 9 North title this year. Starting to pull away from Trinidad State. Up 13-6 in the fourth set. Their multitude of offensive weapons have proven too tough to weather for the Trojans. They look to get to the semifinals against the fellow North in Western Wyoming. Overpass on the serve receive out of the timeout, stuffed down by Mia Hutchinson. 14-6. And problematic receive will bring Sophia Kazan back on for the Trojans on that back line. Jagans fires a serve down the middle, popped up back row, quick set into the block of the net goes Speller, picking up the kill. She has 7 tonight. Somebody that, well, a good piece, and I think there's 7 players averaging better than 1.2 kills a set for Trinidad this year. Not necessarily somebody that's overly dominant offensively, and I think she's put together a nice match tonight. 14-7. Serve will be sailed onto the far line for an ace. Casper let it go. The angle looked like that was the right call, and Jordan Garcia was able to find the white line. Still a 14-8 Casper lead. Garcia going to go to that same spot. It'll be played this time. Quick down the middle, turn back on the block. Credit Ames with her third block of the match on the swing of Ware, who's been devoid of a kill since the second set because of that block. Back within 5 has come Trinidad State. Garcia. Knuckler into the net. Just felt like momentum was starting to build. Was ballooning a little bit on the Trinidad side, and boom, just evaporates on that one little service error. Casper maintaining that 6-point lead. They can side out the rest of the way and win this in 4. They don't want to, obviously, as Vulic will knock the serve down the middle. Quick into the block at the net. Goes the swing. Off the block back after the receive. Hutchinson gets kill number 20, tooling Ames, who had the initial block. That's 40 assists by my unofficial tally for Vulic this evening. 16-7 Casper on top of Trinidad State. Serve will be powered down the near side. Set to the pin. Knocked down the line toward the corner. Too wide and out goes Claire Johnson. 11 kills, but she has not picked one up in this fourth set. And the lead's out to 8 at 17-9 for Casper. Serve will be powered down the near side. Quick touch, far line, too wide and out goes Ames. (18-9). Serve toppled short, quick up 10-foot line near pin swing, off the block and down for the kill goes Claire Johnson. It's a dozen tonight for her. Team's leader on the season, 18-10, and the setter in Medina will have the serve. Medina served off the 3 set points last set. Serve powered down the middle. Sermon not clean receive. Rajvong picks it up. Bump free over onto the Trinidad side. Back to the far side. Tool in the block. Savage for the kill. That's 6 in the match for her. Coach Sharman has both timeouts. A quick one would not surprise me here, knowing how successful the team that has called the timeout has been on the immediate next point this evening. Serve down the middle, not played cleanly. Backside, it's an ace for Medina. And there's the timeout for Coach Sharman, as it's now just an 18-12 ball game. (18-12) Casper lead in the 4th set. Make it 18-13. In spite of the Casper timeout, it's another ace for the T-Birds. That's 4 in the match for Medina. Back within 5 has come Trinidad. Coach Sharman will adjust her receive. Serve will be whipped. Medina far side. How about back-to-back aces? Trinidad is fighting for their life in this, and they are throwing haymakers and landing every single one of them. Medina. And a rotation violation for Casper. Rare that you see that, 1 at the college level and 2 this late in the season, but they'd adjusted on receive, and I believe Jagets and Rajvong were not in order. 18-15, back within 3. Serve fielded cleanly by Rajvong. Back set, Hutchinson down the line, covered up by Garcia. Near pin swing, off the block at the net goes Johnson. Far side, Hutchinson into the block, covered up off the block for the T-Birds. Back set near side and a turn back for Claire Johnson. Within 2 have come Trinidad and another Casper timeout. given the way day one of this Region 9 and Northwest Plains District Volleyball Tournament has gone, I would expect nothing less. 2 5-setters. Western Wyoming overcame a 2-1 deficit to beat McCook, and Laramie County Community College overcame a 2-0 deficit to defeat Western Nebraska. Casper looked like they were going to run away with this for a set. Now Trinidad's back within 2. Both sides out of timeouts. Quick down the middle, diving up. Nicely played by Garcia on the swing of Ware. Far pin, off hands at the net goes Piakut. Quick touch far line, sliding up backside by Sermon. Flat free over by Hutchinson. Near pin, big rip, big kill for Claire Johnson. 13 in the match. And Trinidad is within 1. As Licia Echevarria will come in on a DS spot. 18-17, Trinidad serves for the tie. Serve whipped far side, popped up back row, back set near side, Hutchinson. She says enough. 21st kill of the match for her. She will give herself the serve. Back in on the front row comes Rajvong. 19-17, Casper leads Trinidad State up 2-1. Somehow the ball wung over on the second touch by Medina after an awkward receive. Medina will now set after the free ball back for Casper, and down the line goes Claire Johnson. 14 kills in the match. 19-18, and Johnson, she will not serve. Nevaeh Martinez, the sophomore from Trinidad, will take the serve for the Trojans. Serve mishanded back row by Sermon, and a bump free over by Rajvong after the mishandle. Garcia quick up, set into the block at the net, denied. Piakut with her first block of the match. After 1 block through the first 2, Casper has collected 6 blocks over the last 2. 2018, Casper 5 away from winning in 4. Serve floated down the middle, fielded by Garcia. Big hammer. Savage. It's Rianne's 7th of the match. Hands the serve to Ellie Ames. Ames. She'll fire the serve far side, dig near the net, quick touch into the block at the net and down for the kill. Nice reaction by Jagets at the net to quick return one back into the block. And catch Trinidad a little out of position from the long rallies they like to put together. Piakut serve, too long and out. It's the first service error of the set. 21-20. Trinidad brings Myra Abdullah-Baim on to serve. She'll pop it directly on the libero. Nice receive, far side. Rajvong, and mistimed her jump, sailed it out, and we are tied at 21. Both sides used both of their timeouts in this set, so it's all about what happens on the floor in Trinidad's attempt to force a 5th. Serve whip down the middle, receive quickly, one-hand touch, into the block goes Jagets. Far side, Rajvong, she'll use the block, tried to close the line. Jagets saw the chance, or Rajvong, pardon me, saw the chance. Jagets with the initial touch. That is 9 kills in the match for the Hawaiian. 22-21 Casper. She takes the serve and puts it directly into the net. Coach Sharman turns to her bench. She's not even going to take the chance of Rajvong back there. She's going to go back to Echevarria, the sophomore from Utah, who had to come on to get him out of that rotation after the midst of the long Trinidad run. 22 all. Yaliri. High flutter near side, popped up near the 10-foot line. Jay gets into the block, wing up on the front row, bump back onto the Trinidad side, quick touch over, and in the joust attempt, Hutchinson got in the net, and Trinidad has the 23-22 lead, 2 points away from sending us to 5 for a third time today. Serve whip down the middle, popped up back row, set to the far side. Hutchinson crushes it down the line. Scramble off the receive from Yaliri and a free ball over. Sermon up, going to go right back to Hutchinson, far pin. She's turned back at the net, says Medina. And Trinidad has 2 set points to send us to a 5th. I believe it was 18-9. In favor of Casper on Trinidad's second time out. Now it's 24-22 Trinidad State to send us to a 5th. Yaliri. Barely into the tape of the net. Tried to just clear it over and play one of those short front positions. Still set point for Trinidad at 24-23, and Paulina Jagets will take the serve for Casper. Jagets flutters it far side, up back row by Yaliri. Into the block at the net. Garcia covers it up off the block. Swing a speller near side. Claire Johnson with the kill. And Casper blew a massive lead, and we will see a 5th set after Trinidad takes the 4th, 25-23 at the Region 9 volleyball tournament. We head to a fifth set for a third time today. Casper had a massive lead in the fourth set. Trinidad comes screaming back and wins 25-23. We head to a fifth. The first two matches today also went 5. Western Wyoming won 15-11 over McCook, and Laramie County Community College won 15-11 over Western Nebraska Community College. Trinidad with the serve to begin the fifth set. Mishandled back row by Casper. Far side Hutchinson off the block at the net. Handled up back row, near pin swing. Through the block and down for the kill goes Claire Johnson. That is 16 kills for the freshman from Fowler. And a 1-0 Trinidad lead in the fifth set. Seating-wise, Western Wyoming was an upset over McCook, as that was North 3 ahead of South 2. This would be the biggest upset of the day, no doubt, with South 4 over North 1, but still a lot of the fifth set to play. Hitting air off the near side from Claire Johnson ties us at 1. And Northeastern and Central Wyoming, who have been standing in the hallways, meandering in the auxiliary gym, saying hi to fans, have both definitely warmed up a multitude of times this evening for a match that was supposed to start an hour and a half plus ago. Near side swing, Johnson down the line. She's been the reason for all 3 points in this third set. 2 kills and a hitting error. 2-1 Trinidad lead. Now she'll take the serve. Serve will be whipped down the middle, not played cleanly by Hutchinson, and that will be an ace for Claire Johnson. 9 aces in the match for Trinidad State. A team that statistically is the 46th best service team in the country. Looked way better than that stat mark tonight. Just entering in on the receive is Echevarria. Backset near side Hutchinson. Wiped down the line. Covered up by Johnson. Near pin. Tip over the block at the net. Goes Yaliri. Free ball over. Kept in play on a dive. But then the bump free over for Savage. And Johnson, who had a diving dig in the midst of that, comes up rubbing her elbow. The serve will go to Casper and Mia Hutchinson. Is the leading hitter tonight with 21 kills. She'll fly one far side on Johnson. Near pin set, Yaliri with the cross. Received by Hutchinson. Far pin set for Rajvan. Block for Trinidad was in the net. Trinidad's had their block really produced. They struggled getting their block going early in this match. 9 blocks, 2 blocking errors in the first set. 1 in the second. They hadn't had one since until right there to square it at 3. Serve near side, fielded back row. Quick set, big hammer down and in. Nice swing by Savage. That's 8 in the match for her. Amaya Medina continuing to set a very distributed offense. 4-3 Trinidad State. Ellie Ames. Serve whipped far side. Nice receive by Sermon. Back set off the block and down for the kill goes Piakut. She's to double figures with 10 kills this evening in this fifth set. That's her first. 4 all. Nia Sermon. Fielded by Garcia back row. Quick push near line by Speller. Roll shot played back over by Piakut. Bump set to the near pin. Cross far side from Yaliri. Chased down off a missed dig and a free ball run back over by Casper. Near side, Yaliri has to play an arc short after the set sailed on her. Back near side off the block. Piakut will get the kill. Casper with the 5-4 lead, their first edge of this fifth set. Lost 20 of the final 25 points in the fourth set, did the T-Birds. Trinidad ultimately with the free ball over set far side. Rajvong, did she get touch? She did not. Sailed it too big and out. Swung line, didn't get the touch on the ball. 5-all in the fifth. Crawling the net court is the Trojan serve. Kept in play on the front row. Far side, Rajvong out of system will get the kill as Sermon had to bump set. First out of system point for Trinidad or for Casper since the second set. 6-5. Serve, short. Up near the 10-foot line, quick set. Speller tools the block and gets the kill. That's 8 kills in the match for Maya Speller. Scoreboard reads Trinidad 7, Casper 5. I believe it should be 6-all. Yeah, that's where they adjusted it too. Just had an exchange for those who were running the scoreboard, as this night is running much later than we anticipated. So having to collect a couple coaches to be able to operate that scoreboard here. Near side swing down the line and in for a kill for Trinidad will go Claire Johnson. That's 18 in the match for her. Trinidad State has a 7-6 lead, 1 point away from the changeover in the fifth. Denise O'Leary barely clears the net court, not played cleanly. She will pick up an ace, her second of the match, and Trinidad State to the changeover is there to 8. It's Trinidad State 8, Casper 6 in the fifth set of this quarterfinal matchup. Winner gets Western Wyoming in the semifinals tomorrow. That'll be the 4 o'clock match. After Western Wyoming won in 5, and on the changeover, Coach Sharman will take a timeout for Casper. Fifth set, Trinidad State with an 8-6 lead on Casper. We've talked about how young this region is this year. Outside of Northeastern Junior College, who has a wealth of sophomores in their roster. A lot of freshmen, but some key sophomores if Coach Sharman's team is going to take this one. I mean, she's got Bulich, Jagets, Piakut, Hutchinson, all in key positions as sophomores that can take over a match. Medina, the sophomore setter, though, for Trinidad State, she's done such a wonderful job of keeping Casper on their heels, unable to really develop any sort of consistency on the defensive end. And Denise O'Leary will have the serve for the Trojans. Up 8-6 out of Casper's timeout. Near side set for Rajvong off the block of the net, handed up by Garcia. Set down the middle, off hands goes Speller. Near side, Rajvong again finds the block. Chased up high, back row, far side, turn back on the swing of Johnson. Back throw for a back set. to Yaliri, covered up on the front row, set to the near pin. Rajvong tips line, diving up, swing chicken wing, and a tumble free over, but on the free over for Trinidad, played by Medina, it went outside the antenna. She was falling over a teammate and couldn't keep it between the antenna. So Casper will take the point. Back within one have come the T-Birds, 8-7. Rajvong angles the serve far side. Back throw. Speller turned back at the net. Jagets mentioned the sophomores had to do it for Casper. There's a huge sophomore play. 8-all. Serve. Hammered down the middle. Turn, swipe over the net. Medina says, I'm a sophomore too. She's not collected a kill since the first set as that 6-foot front row setter. She picks that one up there. And Garcia back to serve. Floater far side, popped up, quick set, tip short by Claire Johnson. Far pin, big rip off the block at the net. Claire Johnson with 19. (10-8) Trinidad State. Garcia flutters the serve down the middle. Set to the near pin. Big hammer. Big kill for Mia Hutchinson. That's 22 in the match for her. Back within one has come Casper in this fifth set. Now 10-9. Jagets fires it far side, quick dig up, down the middle, big knock and the kill for Ames. That's 7 in the match for Ames. Trinidad State with the 11-9 lead. As the right side, Rand Savage will come back in. And Maya Medina crawls the net cord and tumbles her 6th ace of the match down. 12-9, lead is 3 away from winning in 5 is Trinidad, and Casper will use their second timeout. Trinidad State 3 points away from the upset of the 2023 Region 9 tournament thus far. The South 4, who came into this match as the only team, well, not the only team, Central Wyoming has a sub-500 record, but 16-17. You did not anticipate the Trojans being able to knock off Casper, who won the North and has a 24-11 record and is the 17th ranked team in the nation. But they're up 12-9 in the fifth set after overcoming an 18-9 deficit in the fourth to force this fifth set. And Maya Medina with the serve out of the Casper's timeout. Vulich will set to the near pin. Off the block at the net goes Hutchinson. Far pin swing. Johnson tips it short. Johnson finds the floor. It's 20 in the match for Claire Johnson. 13-9 Trinidad. Medina hammers it down the middle. Popped up back row. Quick set. Got the touch. Off the block goes the swing. Piakut with 12 kills in the match now, 13-10, and Vulic with the serve. Vulic powers it far side, falling back, receives Savage, fielded by Vulic, chased down near side stands, and a free ball over for Casper. Far pin swing, Johnson over the block, sailed too long and out. And I believe, Coach Bustos, she turned to the floor, then turned to the official, back to the floor, and back to the official. She will take a timeout as it's now a 13-11 lead for Trinidad over Casper in the fifth set. Out of the timeout. Casper will continue with the serve. Trinidad leads 13-11 in the fifth set. Vulic knocks it down the middle. Quick set, tip, short for the Trojans and Ames. Near pin, Hutchinson off the block. Covered up high by Sermon. Back set far side, off the block, down for the kill. Piakut 13 for her in a secondary role today for Casper. And we're trying to get a ball, but it bounded into the stands and had to be cleaned off, and we finally find one. 13-12, Casper within one. Vulic sails it short. Set to the far pin, big hammer, dig free over. Nearly down. Good scramble to keep it up by Medina. Return back is too long and out for Johnson. 13-all. Somebody will have a match point following this serve. Vulic fires it down the far side. Uliri will pop it up. Set to the far pin. Into the block at the net. A stuff back for Casper from Piakut. And a timeout by Trinidad as it will be Casper with the match point. Casper had an 18-9 lead in the fourth set. Ultimately lost 20 of the final 25 points to force the fifth set thanks to Trinidad's 25-23 win. Trinidad had a 13-9 lead, and a 5-0 run for Casper now has battled them back to a match point. Good night. You can't believe this one is going to be easy on this match point. Not as well as Trinidad's played back row-wise tonight. I'll be interested to see full dig stats when this one is done. Katarina Vulic, a Serbian sophomore setter with the serve for Casper on match point at 14-13. Serve will be whipped far side. Nice pop-up. Set to the far pin. Down the line. In for the kill goes Claire Johnson. 21-14 all. On to serve for Johnson. will come Nevaeh Martinez. This change was made in the fourth set. Casper will make a change on the receive. Licia Echevarria will come in for Jocelyn Rajvan. Number 9, Nevaeh Martinez with the serve. Fielded by Sermon, back row for Casper. Back set far side, diving up on the Hutchinson swing by Garcia. Far run back over, not played cleanly on Yaliri's swing. And her 6th kill will give Trinidad a match point at 15-14 in the 5th set. Serve whipped down the near side, popped up back row, set to the near pin. We continue on extras as Piakut gets her 14th kill of the match. Rajvan back in on the front row. Mia Hutchinson with the serve at 15 all. Back in to receive will be Claire Johnson for the Trojans. Serve powered down the middle. Nice receive by Garcia. Set to the far pin. Yaliri through the block and the kill. Her 7th of the match. A 2nd match point for Trinidad State to upset Casper. 16-15. The middle Ellie Ames will serve. Knuckler near side. Nice receive by Sermon. Back throw. Touch down the far line and down to the floor goes Yaliri. Or pardon me, not Yaliri. Piakut in front of Yaliri. 7-7 there. 16 all. Sermon with the serve. Floated down the middle. Popped up and a far side swing from Yaliri. Handed out by Hutchinson back row. Set to the near pin. The cross from Rajvan. Kept up high down the middle. Swipe through by Speller. Set to the far pin and a little poke to the far line from Piakut. Backside swing Johnson. Fielded by Vulic. Out of system. Near pin. Rajvan down the line. Missed the back line. Trinidad State a 3rd match point at 17-16. Neither side has a timeout left. Serve fielded by Hutchinson on the backside. Set to the far pin. Cross. Far side. Yaliri tips it line. Covered up by Rajvan. Back throw to the far pin. Hopping tape. Piakut. Back down the middle. Speller puts it to the floor. Amaya Speller gives Trinidad State the upset victory. 18-16 in the 5th set. The North number 1 has gone down to the South number 4 in a thriller. It'll be Trinidad State against Western Wyoming tomorrow in the semifinals, and Casper will have to fight for their lives against McCook tomorrow at noon. 22 kills for Mia Hutchinson for Casper, 15 for Amelia Piakut, 10 for Jocelyn Rajvan. Claire Johnson, 21 kills for Trinidad State, the only in double figures, but 6 different players with 5 or more kills. Upset, baby. Trinidad State over Casper in 5. NJC Central Wyoming coming up shortly at the Region 9 Volleyball Tournament.